It's live now, but there's no viewers yet, so we gotta wait.
All right, sure, will do.
Hello, everyone, and a very good evening to everyone here today. Welcome to our new Sembang Santai motivation with Mr. Suren Victor. My name is Ravin, and I'm your host as usual. And today, we're going to talk about a very, very important topic. A very, very important topic for all of us, no matter if you are working or studying. It's really, really important that you stay tuned to what we're going to talk about here today. But before that, I'd like to thank everyone here today for joining our session here. And it's been a great journey of me delivering Sembang Santai to you. And also a very happy new year to everyone here today. So without further ado, let's start and let me introduce myself. My name is Ravin again. And once again, I'm here with Mr. Suren Victor. Mr. Suren Victor, hello.
Hello, hello,
Welcome to our Sembang
hello.
Santai session.
Hello, good evening, Robin.
So, Mr. Surin, it's the new year, and
Yes,
everyone wants to start fresh. They have a lot of New Year's resolutions in their mind and all that. But
yes,
but before we touch into New Year's resolution,
yeah,
mental health.
all right.
What is mental health to you? What is your idea of mental health to you?
All right, wonderful, wonderful. All right, great. So now, for those who have tuned in, for those who are listening, good evening, welcome, and I hope I can be of some service to you. I hope that I can give you some useful information. Okay, Robin. So, what is mental health? Maybe I shall throw this question to the listeners here today. For those of you who would like to attempt or would like to share, what do you think mental health is? Please go ahead. Yeah, you can type in the chat box or in the whatever space that's available for you. Okay, now mental health. All right. What's the difference between mental health and physical health? Yeah, your health and your fitness. Right now, in psychology, Robin, we like to use the three-prong approach. Yeah, it's like a trident. Yeah, any Manchester United friends? So the Manchester United logo has got the trident. Okay, so in psychology, we use this three-prong approach whereby it talks about when you want to talk about health, we talk about bio, psycho, social. So health for the layman is physical health. But for psychologists and people who practice well-being, health is your bio, your physical health, your psychological health, as well as your sociological health. So if you want to tackle your physical health, you need to look at your psychological and sociological health as well. If you want to tackle your psychological health, aka mental health, you need to tackle your bio and your social as well. So all these three is related. Okay, now Ravin, so what is mental health? Okay, simply put, yeah, to make it as easy and so that our dear participants and our dear learners can easily understand, mental health, two parts. The definition of mental health has got two parts. One is the absence of mental illnesses. For example, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, depression, PTSD, what do you call that? Panic attacks, certain phobias, insomnia. So that's the first part, the absence of mental illness. And the second part is the ability to perform several key functions, which I would like to elaborate. So the first one is very much clinical psychology. And the second part of mental health is more of the um, emotional, it's more of sociological, and it's more of biology, your physiology. And I would like to talk more about the second part. Yeah. So once again, Ravin, I'll just repeat. Yeah, mental health is the absence of all these mental illnesses plus the ability for you to perform several key functions. All right.
So, okay, Mr. Surin, like since you said like mental health involves your body as well, right? So, in layman terms,
Mm.
can you actually agree to the fact that mental health starts with actually feeding your body with the proper energy and the proper food, and mixing with the proper friends and people.
Wonderful, Ravin. That is exactly the question I hope you will ask. And you did ask that question. Wonderful. All right. I don't know what's happening here, telepathy or something. Just
We
to
never
let you
know,
know,
maybe.
yeah, maybe. Dear listeners, this is not scripted. The Sembang Santai is spontaneous. So all the questions that Ravin is asking me is spontaneous. Yeah, it's not scripted. So thank you very much, Ravin. That is a wonderful, wonderful question to start off our topic, which is mental health. Yes, the answer is a big capital YES. Yes, because Ravin, a healthy mind lies in a
Healthy body.
exactly. There you go. A healthy mind lies in a healthy body, definitely. So, um, you may uh, think, try to think positively. You may surround yourself with people who are optimistic and positive. You may do a lot of journaling. But if you don't eat well, if you don't sleep well, and if you don't exercise, it doesn't contribute to your mental health. So, yes, what we feed ourselves is super important to the outcome of our mental health. All right, now, um, you see, where the classic or traditional way of curing someone's illness, or someone who is, for example, depression, yeah, usually it's through drugs by using psychoactive drugs. Use this pill to what do you call that? Calm the nerves, and use this pill so that the person can sleep, and use this pill so that the person's muscle is relaxed. For example, Xanax. So pills, pills, pills. But what they're trying to do now, uh, besides the therapy and besides the medication, they are also doing this project. It's in this book. Yeah, I'll read some excerpts later. They also say that, hey, you know what? What about food? What about the things that we eat? Does it affect our mind? Does it affect our brain? So what they did was they took people who were mentally unhealthy, yeah, some issues, some difficulties, and they gave them a diet. It's called the modified Mediterranean diet, yeah, whereby it's full of fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, olive oil, nuts, legumes, a whole grain, yeah. And they found that, hey, these people, their symptoms greatly reduced. So now, not to say that food is the solution for a good mental health, yeah, but it's one of the contributing factors. So yes, Ravin, the things that we eat, does it contribute to our mental health? Yes, yes, and yes. Now, there's a lot of jamu lah, supplements lah, tea lah, coffee out there. A lot of all the supplements and boosters. that say that, oh, it's good for your brain, it's good for your mind, it's good for your brain, it's good for your mind. Yes, yes, but there's thousands of products out there. So sometimes people like you and me, we are confused. Hey, which one to take? Huh? This one, my uncle said that he took. Oh, good for him. He, my auntie took. My friend took. So which one to take? And it's investment. So Ravin and dear listeners, to keep it simple, right? Start with the food that you take on a daily basis. Start with that first. I'm not stopping you from taking all the supplements out there in the market, but let's start with the food that we take first. Yeah. Is it highly processed? Is it too salty? Is it too sweet? Is it fast food? Or do we take things which are fresh, just produced, just cooked? Lots of fruits and vegetables and nuts and grains and olive oil and fish oil. And also, before I
Just
before I
produce
go into what Ravin said,
lots of fruit fish oil and
okay,
also
what is that? Okay, so Ravin, you mentioned about what we feed ourselves and also our sociology, our relationships. Focus on food, sleep, and exercise. These three things will I cannot say guarantee, yeah, but I am highly confident based on my training so far and based on my review so far. These are the three things that will ensure you have a healthy body. And when you have a healthy body, Ravin, that contributes to having a healthy mind. Yeah. Okay. The second part of what you said, Ravin, which I captured, yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, not just what we eat, but the people that we surround ourselves with.
yes,
Oh,
precisely.
yes, definitely, Ramin, definitely. Even if you take the most optimistic and positive thinking person and put him or her in an environment whereby people are negatively thinking about the future, being very pessimistic, and people who are riddled with mental illnesses, somehow you will be affected as well. Ya, they say that kerbau yang berlumpur nanti yang lain pun terpalit. Okay, in English, what it means is that a muddy buffalo, the mud will soon be spread to other buffaloes as well. Somehow the other buffaloes will get it as well. When the buffalo shakes his body, right, the mud will splatter to other buffaloes. So, yes, who you surround yourself with plays an important role. Just like what I said just now, bio, psycho, social. So your health is not just your psychology, not just your biology, which is your body, but also your sociology. Yeah. Also, for example, Ravin, if you read all kinds of books, you attend all kinds of programs, you eat well, you sleep well, you exercise. But if I put you in a, let's say, refugee camp or detention camp, I put you in jail, or I put you in a place whereby the neighborhood is unsafe. There's a lot of gangsters. Yeah. Um, I put you in a psychiatric ward. Somehow, no matter how strong you try to be, no matter how much willpower you have, somehow you will be affected slightly. You'll be affected slightly. Yeah. Um, Simply because, Ravin, human beings. Now, this is a bit sensitive. Yeah. Human beings are actually social animals. I don't like to use the word so animals because some people say, "Hey, we're not animals, lah." Okay, so human beings are social beings. Okay, as compared to, for example, a leopard or a cheetah, where they are solo animals. Yeah, ants, wolves, elephants, dolphins. We live in groups, in communities. So, who we surround ourselves with, Robin, is also super important. I'll give you another example here, Robin, and dear listeners out there. Okay, let me throw a question, lah. Let me throw a question. Robin, have you been to prison?
Definitely not. And I don't plan on going to prison anytime soon as well.
Okay. Okay, maybe you have, but you are trying to keep it.
Certainly not. Certified clean.
Okay. Okay. What have you visited prison before?
No, I have
Oh,
not visited prison as well.
okay.
To be honest, I do not know how an inside of a prison looks like, apart from
Oh,
seeing it in the movies. But in
uh,
real life, no. Yeah.
all right. Okay. So for the rest of the listeners, I would recommend that you go visit a prison. Okay. So what's my point, right, Vin? In prison, yeah, there are all kinds of punishments. For example, they take away your food, they whip you, they ask you to do hard labor, they take away your mattress, for example, they take away your maybe your books. Okay. The worst punishment that anyone can get in prison is solitary confinement, whereby they put you in a cell away from other people and you don't interact with anyone at all for sometimes weeks or months. Now, Ravin, if I'm a prison warden and you are one of the inmates, yeah, if I punish you physically, one thing about the physical self, yeah, it can be healed. It can heal, and you're only left with scars. But when I put you in solitary confinement, the damage that it does to your mind, until you leave prison, you are still hurting inside here. The damage, yeah, when it comes to solitary confinement, yeah, there's a lot of documentaries about prisoners who, when they come out of prison, they are still affected by the solitary confinement punishment. The pain that they go through up here is maybe 100 times more than physical pain. Yeah, it really kills a person. So, uh, during the MCO, during the lockdown, we were all staying at home, right? We can't go out. We can't even go jogging, go cycling. Yeah, I think to a certain extent, a lot of us experience solitary confinement. Not that bad. We still have family and friends. Some people are staying with housemates, roommates, yeah, family. But we are just confined to a small space and we are seeing the same person every single day. So that somehow affects us here. Yes, the MCO affected the economy, our businesses, our finances, but also it affected our psychology and sociology. We just need to interact with other people, even if it's as simple as saying hi to the security guard. Right.
Yeah. Right, Mr. Surin, we have a question from the audience.
Oh, wonderful. Great. Okey, mesti ramai yang cakap mental ni punca orang tak kuat iman. How to counter this issue dalam kalangan kita? Okay. Now, so what's important is mesti ramai punca orang tak kuat iman. Oh, okay. No. Okay, now, um, the first of all, we need to be able to define what is iman. All right. So I don't know what's the definition of iman. Is it faith? Is it spirituality? No, I don't think it's spirituality. I think it's faith. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe it's
So
faith in God. Yeah.
okay, maybe it's faith. Yeah. Okay. I try not to mix religion with mental health. Because one is a sensitive topic, and two, so far based on what I've researched and my experience so far, yeah, it's not necessary to bring in religion. If you want to bring in spirituality, yes. If you want to talk about being with other people in good faith, because when you go to the mosque or you go to the church or when you go to the temple, you're with other people doing good things, yeah, charity work, praying. That's good. I like that. But to talk about you are not your faith is weak, whether you're Muslim, you're Christian or Buddhist or a Sikh, because your faith is weak, therefore you are more prone to mental health. I would say no. I would say no because people who are free thinkers, atheists, yeah, they also can be mentally strong. They also can be mentally healthy. So I don't see the correlation between iman and being mentally healthy. So if I were to answer this question very simply, um, if you takwa iman, therefore your mental health is affected, I would say I disagree. I would say that disagree. So okay, how to counter this issue dalam kalangan kita? Right. So of course lah, people talk. Everyone is an expert in everything. So when people, I see Ravin, hey Ravin, why are you so sad? Why are you so depressed? Why is it that you can't sleep? Mentally, I think you're not strong, lah, Ravin. I think this must be because you didn't long time you didn't go to church. It's been a while since you went to the mosque. So how to tackle people like me? Yeah, how to tackle people like me? I would say just smile and just, oh, I see. All right. Don't take them seriously because well, we are experts in the economy. We are experts when it comes to education. We are experts when it comes to finances. So people out there generally are experts at everything. Okay, so to me, how to counter this issue is that I will say, I see. Okay. But if I'm interested, I would say that, what makes you say that? Yeah, I try to just get into a conversation lah. But if I see someone who, or I hear someone who's saying that to Ravin, to you, Ravin, I'll say that, excuse me, but what makes you say that? Are you sure? I try to challenge a bit because of my training and because of my experience, I think I have some sort of position to correct this behavior. So if I experience this or see someone who says, "Hey, this person tak kuat iman," then I will challenge the person. I'll try to use that opportunity to educate people. Yeah, to educate people. Okay, so is it punca tak kuat iman? Answer is no lah. It's not that.
I
It's
think
not as
Mr. Surin, I think Mr. Surin, like when you say like a lot of people have a lot of views on things and all that which they are not familiar with. I think that's where it plays a role in our mental health as well because a lot of us, majority of us, we take other people's opinions too seriously.
ah.
They fail to realize that it's just their opinion. They might not know the full story or the full context of what mental health is or what
Hmm.
depression or stress is.
Hmm.
They that's why I say it's an opinion, but
Hmm.
sometimes we take those opinions too seriously and it also affects our mental health as well. What do you think about that?
Exactly. Yes, exactly. You see, Robin, words are simple. Words is just you just move your tongue and your vocal cords. Yeah. Um, but words are powerful actually. So when people say something about something, for us not to be affected by it, for us not to be triggered here or here, I would say no. We are humans. Yeah, we are affected by the weather. We are affected by the economy. We are also affected by what other people say. For example, if you listen to Anthony Robbins, you will feel that, oh, I'm feeling so motivated. I'm feeling so good. Okay, let's start the week on a high note. Uh, at the same time, if you listen to people who talk bad, slander, people who are keyboard warriors, also you feel that, life sucks. So depressing. Yeah. So, yeah, people say, no, okay. So, Ravin, how do we tackle this? People having opinions. Uh, just know that everyone, including you, including me, everyone here has the right to express his or her opinion. Everyone has the right. it's better for us to express our opinions rather than keeping it to ourselves, because that is one of human what's that? Human liberty. Yeah, we have the freedom to express our thoughts and feelings. Second step is always take people's opinions, myself included, whatever I'm saying, with a pinch of salt. So when they say something about mental health or about the economy or about the floods or about religion or about work, take it with a pinch of salt. Just think that, okay, yes, you have an opinion. Okay, maybe it's true, maybe it's not true. Maybe you have a point, but maybe it's not that accurate. So you need to be able to, okay, all right, let me think about it. I mean, you don't need to say out loud, but inside there, you can say that, I see, all right, something for me to think about, something for me to read about, something for me to ask other people about. So when people say to me, "Hey, Surin, I think you are quite depressed. I think you are very pessimistic. Lah. I think you look very sad. I think you have anger issues." I will go, maybe there are some things that I don't realize about myself. Okay, let's find out. Maybe I see a therapist. Maybe I see a doctor. Maybe I see a counselor. Maybe I read some books. Maybe I read some articles on the internet. So yes, Ravin. Now with the internet, we are flooded by people's opinions. The last time it was just the radio, newspapers, and what people tell us, right? But
Yeah.
now with social media, we are flooded with opinions, people's opinions. So sometimes it can get a bit too overwhelming and it's making you feel depressed. So what we can do is that we can, okay, everyone has a right to opinion, but okay, not everything is true, not everything is accurate, not everything is applicable to me. I need to find out more. All right, yeah,
Like opinions are opinions, they are not facts. So it can be wrong, it can be right, right? Correct?
exactly,
Yep.
exactly, exactly.
All right, Mr. Surin, we have another question from the audience.
Oh, wonderful. Okay, mental, mind, and soul. Wonderful. Thank you, Magat Jani. Right, thank you very much. The mind, mentally. Okay, all right. Now, interesting. The clock tells the time. Uh, the brain enables us to think. With the brain, we have a mind. So when it comes to mind, it's not something that we can touch. It's not something that we can hold. It's not something physical. It's something abstract like time. Yeah. Okay. When it comes to mental and mind, it is the same. It's just that which word you use in when you want to construct a sentence in the context. So mental and mind, the same. Yeah, the same. Uh, Okay, now mental arithmetic. When people say, "Look, do these calculations," but mentally, that means you're doing it in here. You're not using pen and paper. Yeah. Or okay, Ravin, think about your family, but keep it in your mind. Yeah. Don't tell. Don't say. Think about your family, but keep it in your mind. Think about your next holiday destination, but don't tell anyone. Keep it in your mind. Yeah. So it's the uh, which word you use in which for which context. So mental and mind is the same. Now, soul. Soul is something that we don't use as a trained therapist. Yeah, we don't use the word soul. We use the word uh, emotions. So if you were to ask me what is soul, uh, if I were to translate it, Ravid, correct me if I'm wrong. It's jiwa, right? Is it jiwa?
Yep. Soul is giver.
It's jiwa. All right. And the the old word for mental health is or let's say the old word for psychotherapy or going to a clinic for psychotherapy or psychoanalysis is clinic pakar jiwa. If you look at the signboards from the 70s, yeah, it's not mental health clinics, it's called Clinic Pakar Jiwa. So I think that there is some correlation between the mind and the soul. But Magat, to answer your question, yeah, I haven't really dived deep into what is the meaning of soul. If you were to ask me, I I would rather use the word morale, morale. So have a healthy mind and keep your morale high by listening to music or reminding you yourself of this and that. So I'll rather use the word morale, spirits. Keep your spirits up. Yeah, your thoughts and your feelings. Yeah, and keep your mind clear. Yeah, I would rather use those words rather than soul. Uh, but rhythm and business. So soul food. Soul food is something your mom's cooking. Ravin is soul food. Yeah, it doesn't only feed your body, but it feeds the soul. It makes you feel mom's cooking is the best. So I don't really know what this soul is lah. As a therapist, I don't use the word soul when in my therapy sessions. I would say spirit. I would say morale. Yeah.
All right, Mr. Surin, we have another question.
Oh,
This is a pretty long one, actually.
okay. Okay. How can we handle people like this? In certain situations, we can just avoid them. For example, at a place where colleagues of ours are very good at manipulation, and we can't really do anything about it. Okay. Jyoti Swaran Satya Seelan. Thank you very much for your question. Hmm. Now, one thing about people who are manipulative and narcissists, yeah, sometimes they don't realize that they are manipulative and narcissist. It's like uh, a person who is drunk won't say that he's drunk. A person who is addicted to drugs won't say he's addicted to drugs. The person who is a liar, compulsive liar, will not say that he has a problem with lying or telling the truth. So it's the same thing with a person who is manipulative, narcissistic, psychopathy, sociopathy. They don't know that they are like that. They think that it's normal behavior. Okay, so to answer Jyotish Warren's question, what can we do about it? Okay, can we avoid them? If we can avoid them. Yeah. These are the difficult decisions that we need to make as adults. I've known this person since standard one. Or this person, we already shared the same office or we had an interesting experience together. So sayang lah, sayang want to let go of this person. So as adults, sometimes we need to make decisions on should we end the friendship or do we continue with the friendship? Yeah. So maybe this person has already been your friend since you were kids, but over the years, he has developed some narcissism in him. Maybe he became the CEO or because of his experience or certain trauma, he developed narcissism in him, which can happen. Yeah. So you need to ask yourself, is it worth it still being friends? Or do we go separate ways? Yeah. Okay. Now, if you cannot avoid, you still cherish the friendship, then maybe you can find out more about narcissism. You can find out more about manipulative behavior so that you understand the person instead of being emotional about it. Now, when your emotions are high, your intellect is low. When your emotions are low, your intellect will be high. So if Ravin is my good friend, but over the years he has developed narcissism and he's being manipulative. For me, not to get emotional, what I do is that I need to get more information. Okay, what is manipulative behavior? What causes it? What is narcissism? What are the triggers of someone who's narcissistic? What can I do? Okay, so find out more, find out more, find out more, so that Ravin's like that because of that. Therefore, I have more sympathy for Ravin instead of being a victim of Ravin. Yeah. Okay, now the tricky part is when that person is your boss or your colleague, you need to work with that person. Like, alamak. So, Jyotish Warren, I don't know what your situation is. Is it your friend? Is it your colleague? Is it your boss? Okay. Then I would say that uh, uh, again, understand and know what are the words and what are the behaviors of people who are manipulative and narcissists, and try to no, you're not trying to catch the person being narcissistic. Is it narcissistic? Is it narcissistic? No. You're trying to defend yourself. So when a person says something or says it in a certain manner, you know, this is his narcissism showing. This is his manipulative side of him, which is showing. I don't want to fall into his trap. So it's to defend yourself, to protect yourself. Yeah. Another thing is I need to be more assertive. So let's say Ravin is my boss. I'm one of his workers, staff on his staff, and Ravin is manipulative and narcissistic. I need to be assertive when I communicate with Ravin, my boss. I need to really keep track of what Ravin said. I need to really know what my job responsibility is, what my KPI is, what my deliverables are, and I need to. I wouldn't say lobbying. I wouldn't say gang up, but I need other people to be aware that that's not what you said, Ravin. That's not what Suren. People know what is going on between you and me. Yeah. So Jyotish Warren, if you can avoid, avoid. But if you think that, hey, I still want this relationship or this friendship, understand more. Understand more. Maybe there's something that is bothering that person, a childhood trauma which caused that manipulative and narcissistic behavior. Maybe you can ask the person to seek help. Yeah, seek help, seek professional help. Okay, if the person is your superior, then you need to learn to be assertive and you need to find ways to protect yourself. Yeah. So I hope I managed to answer Jyoti's question, Jyoti's Warren's question.
All right,
Okay.
Mr. Shaman, we have another question from the audience.
Okay. What's the difference between stress and depression? Okay. Oh, wow. Wow. Very different. Well, okay. Wow. Okay. Great. Fantastic. Now, uh, stress can be a cause of depression. Prolonged stress can cause burnout and also can cause depression. Okay. Stress is uh, what our bodies feel, what our bodies go through, yeah, which will affect us mentally. And one of the effects of being stressed out physically, for example, work or not getting enough sleep, is you may get depression. Okay, depression is how you think and how you feel. Yeah. Now, you can either have depression or you can feel depressed. Now, Ravid, if let's say your pet cat died or your pet dog died or your car aircon rosak and you need to pay a lot of money to fix the car, maybe you'll feel slightly depressed, lah, which is okay. It's normal. Yeah. Feeling depressed, okay. But having depression is different. It's a different ballgame altogether. I can have depression but still function, go to work, feed my family, play badminton, but I can still be depressed. I can bottle it up, and maybe 5 years later, 7 years later, boom, I go nuts, I go crazy. Feeling depressed, it's okay. Yeah, it's normal. People feel depressed once in a while, especially when there's a big event, yeah, unwanted event like death in the family, moving to a new place, getting fired. So this can cause people to feel depressed. Okay, now, thank you for the question, Amal. One thing that people need to understand is don't self-diagnose. Don't say that, hey, I have depression. Lah. I have depression. I have depression. I feel depressed. Can, no problem. Yes, you feel depressed. Granted. But to say that you're depressed just by going to a certain website and answering some questions, and then, you see, this website say I'm depressed. My results show that I'm depressed. No, 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 no. That can be a good, it can be a start. Lah. So, for example, I go to a certain website and find out, hey, do I really have depression? Hey, it says that I have a mild depression. Lah. Get it checked. Go and see a clinician, a psychiatrist, and confirm whether you have clinical depression, whether you have depression or not. Yeah, not just based on answering some questions on the website, right? Okay, so the difference between stress and depression is it's different, Amal, but stress can cause you to have depression,
I
right?
think, Mr. Surin, like from what I've noticed, because I use a lot of social media, and what I've noticed over the past few years, the word depression is being thrown around very, very often. So, it kind of, I wouldn't say it bothers me, but it baffles me on how some people can actually self-diagnose themselves saying that, oh, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed, I'm depressed. Like how you said,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
it's okay to feel depressed because of certain changes in our lives.
okay.
But what do you think about these people who actually self-diagnose themselves saying that I have depression?
Okay, okay, wonderful, wonderful, fantastic, lah, Ravin. I like the questions. I really like the questions. This is called popular culture, pop culture, whereby people want to jump on the bandwagon of what is popular now. For example, there was a time when wearing Crocs, yeah, the slippers and the shoes Crocs, popular. Everyone started wearing Crocs. Then there was a time whereby celebrities started to have this toy dogs, these really tiny dogs, yeah. This I don't know what breed, but it became fashionable. The word is fashionable, trendy. It's trendy for you to have a small dog and carry it wherever you go as a celebrity. And then at one point, it was trendy for you to vape. Then it was trendy for you to wear a certain kind of jacket or a certain kind of brand. Yeah. So yes, yes. Um, this word depression is being thrown about. Yeah. So when I talk about depression, when I say to people on social media that I'm depressed, oh, I get the attention because this is the in thing now. Wow, you're depressed now. Oh, you have depression now. Oh, okay, okay. Hashtag depression or hashtag this. So so people are want to be trendy lah, want to wear the latest fashion lah. So they want to say, yeah, I also have depression. I'm a survivor of depression, or they want to feel proud for themselves. So yes, I agree with you. Sometimes people say they're depressed because they just want to jump on the bandwagon of what is popular at that time. So it's dangerous, yes, and it's baffling. Yes. How come suddenly everyone now is admitting they are depressed? Wow, wow, wow. So yes, it's baffling lah. But for me, as long as it didn't come out from a clinician, from a doctor, I would say I'll take it that this person is just dramatic lah. Yeah, this one is just
Because
dramatic.
Mr. Surin, like, a lot of it, I think this is a very huge problem among the society, because like people keep throwing the word depression around, but the actual, like an actual individual who has depression they get overshadowed, because most of the times people who have depression, they do not say they have depression. Am I right?
Mm.
So sometimes when you see people who throw around saying that, oh, I have depression, I have depression, so the people who actually does have depression, and when they come out, they tend to get neglected. Like, oh no, you
Ah,
don't have depression,
yeah,
you're just overreacting and all that. So what do
yeah,
you think about that?
yeah, correct, correct. Okay, now social media is a double-edged sword. Um, it can really work for you or it can destroy you. Yeah, it can give you great benefits as well as it can cause you much pain and suffering. So it's a double-edged sword. Now, what's the good thing about people talking about depression openly is that acceptance. So let's say if I really, really am depressed, I know that I'm depressed. I'm not that afraid or shy to when people find out that I have depression. The acceptance is there already. But another thing is that now that depression is being so common, when I want to seek help for depression, people might ridicule me or people might neglect me and say, Alah, Surin, you're being dramatic. Lah. Right? Yeah. So for people who are really, really concerned, yeah, about their state of their mental health, who are really wondering, are they depressed? Uh, Social media is not the place to go. Yes, there's a lot of people around the world who want to support you. Yes, I would say that social media is powerful in terms of getting support, getting people behind you. But if you really want to you want to be serious about it, go see a clinician, go see a therapist, go see a counselor, go see a psychologist. Uh, don't go into cyberspace because it can be so overwhelming. Right.
All right, Mr. Surin, we have another question from the audience. It's from Mr. Magat as well.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Good question. How to know whether we are mental sickness or not? Okay. Okay. Great. Fantastic. My God. Wonderful. Wonderful. So just now I mentioned, yeah, early in the Sembang Santai, uh, there are two indicators of mental health. One is the absence, ketidakhadiran mental illness. That means you don't have Alzheimer's or depression or PTSD or insomnia. Yeah. And the other one is, can you perform key functions? And what are these key functions? Ada empat, there are four. Okay, so Megak Jani, you might want to pay attention, yeah. Can you form relationships? Can you form relationships and maintain the relationships? Now, I'm not talking about lovers, yeah. When it is, when I use the word relationships, it can be with your friends, with your boss, with your colleagues, with your neighborhood, your neighbors, with your family, and with your partner or spouse or lover. So relationships covers everything, yeah. So can you form relationships with people and can you maintain it? Yeah. Can you so how to know is in the past 1 week, have you made any new friends? In the past 1 week, have you said hi to a stranger? In this past 1 week, I mean not online, yeah, but face to face, yeah. Because Instagram, you can always make friends, Facebook, yeah. Can Are you able to not say make really close friends, but can you form an acquaintance? At least get the person's name out there when you go and get your groceries, or when you go to the gym, or when you go to the workshop. Can you form relationships? Can you make friends with people? That is one indicator. Okay, so can you form and maintain relationships? Uh, okay, another one is, do you have people that you can call in crisis? I call these people 2 a.m., 2,000 ringgit. So at 2 a.m., yeah, do you have people that you can call and ask for 2,000 ringgit in a crisis and they won't question you? Why? They won't question why you call at such an hour, late at night, and they won't question why you need the money. If you have friends who you can call late at night and ask for money, yes, great. That means your relationships is great. You have people that you can really count on during crisis. Now, you don't need to have a lot, yeah. One or two of these people is good enough. Yeah. I really need 2,000 ringgit now. Do you have people who can lend you the money? If you have, fantastic. Number two is, are you able to feel, manage, and express emotions? The six basic emotions. Are you able to feel happy, angry, sad, surprised, disgusted? Can you feel those six emotions? If you can feel it, good. But if you only feel happy all the time, something wrong with you. If I see Ravin, yeah, if let's say Ravin is my colleague, yeah, and every day he's laughing and laughing and laughing and laughing, even though we have problems and issues, yeah, something wrong. Something wrong. I've come across people who keep laughing even though things are not funny. Something wrong with that person. So are you able to feel and express emotions, the six basic emotions, even sadness, even anger? All right. Number three, are you able to handle stress? Yeah, are you able to handle stress? Everyone goes through stress, lah, especially 2020, 2021, and maybe this year as well. Everyone is stressed out. But do you have things that you do to de-stress? Like listen to music, exercise, take a lot of shower, meditate, go for massage, have a pet cat or pet dog, or can you manage your stress? And number four is, are you able to learn? Are you able to learn? So in the past 1 week, have you learned anything new? Not just about your work, yeah, but maybe about science, maybe about weather, the flood. Maybe you learn something new about, now, not about celebrities, yeah. Yeah, but something useful, lah. Did you learn how to count 1 to 10 in Japanese? Did you learn how that? Hey, you know what I learned? I learned the sun is da, 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 da. Did you learn how to play a new song on the guitar? Did you learn how to bake a new cake? Did you learn about how to maintain your car? So that's bad. So the ability to learn, the ability to form relationships, the ability to express emotions, feel and express emotions, and the ability to manage stress. These are the four indicators of how mentally healthy you are. So if Megat Jani, if you're interested, there's an assessment for all these four. You can see what is your score. So maybe here you score 80%, here you score 70%, here. So overall, what is your score for all these four? So is it above 50% or is it less than 50%? Then you know that, oh, mentally, I am actually healthy. Oh, mentally, I'm very healthy. Mentally, I'm okay lah. So what are the things that you can do to maintain mental health, right? So yes, Magajani, you can know whether you have mental sickness or not. One is the absence of mental illness, like what I mentioned just now, and the ability to perform these four functions. Yeah. All right. Wonderful.
All right. All right, Mr. Surin. So, we are almost at the end of our session here today. So, before we end our session here today, what would you advise to our audience here today? We are talking about mental health, right? So it's a new year and everyone wants to start fresh. It's a new page in it, a new chapter in their life.
Yes.
So to start the year, it's always good to start the year with a bang and with full of positivity. So what would you suggest to our audience here today to like a tip for them to maintain their mental health and keep it positive all the time?
Okay, Robin. You asked me for one tip. Cannot lah. Can I give you at least two tips?
More than a lot. It would actually help our audience if there's more than one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have actually more than one tip on how we can maintain good mental health. Yeah, stay healthy mentally.
Because at the end of the day, our session here today is about mental health made easy.
Yes.
So, what would you
Yes.
like to say to our audience if they are seeking to learn more about, maintaining good mental health?
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. Great. Wonderful. So I think I'll start with this one. Phone health. How can you outsmart your smartphone? Again, technology is a double-edged sword. You can get information, entertainment, communicate with people, and also make money from the phone. Yeah. But who is the master and who is the slave? So a few things that you can ask yourself is of how healthy your phone relationship is. Who is the master? Who is the slave? Can you at least have a meal without the phone, whether it's breakfast, lunch, or dinner? In a day, can you at least have a meal without the phone? Can you meet up with friends and your phone is in the car or in your pocket? Can you 1 hour before you go to bed, your phone is not with you? That means the last 1 hour before you go to bed is phoneless. So these are the indicators. Can you do that? If you cannot, then ladies and gentlemen, I would recommend that this year try to be more in control of your phone. Are you? Do you realize that your hand suddenly goes to the phone to check? You don't need to check it, but you're doing work on your laptop, and then suddenly your hand reaches for the phone automatically.
Subconsciously.
And subconsciously, yeah, your hand
Yeah.
goes to the phone and like, yeah, all right. When I have coffee with Ravin, I'll be having coffee like this. Oh, all right. Do you do that? All right. So, my tip is this year try to be more in control of your phone, not the other way around. Now, I wouldn't say that because I'm a digital immigrant. I'm not a digital nomad or digital citizen. Sorry, I was born when there were no smartphones. Yeah, so easy for me to say lah. But for the younger generation who were born with technology, with smartphones and with 4G, 5G, it's a bit difficult. So the challenge is, are you able to control your phone usage? So there are things that you can do to control, which is allocate time. Look, one day I want to spend 2 hours on social media. 1 hour in the morning, 1 hour at night. Or I just want to spend 15 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. Are you able to control? Or do you like while waiting for the lift, you check your phone, while waiting for your food, you check your phone, while waiting for the bus, you check your phone, while you check your phone all the time? Then I would say, excuse me, I think you can do better than that, right? Try. Okay. The second tip is, because we're running out of time, I want to respect people's time here, is the double O. I call it the double O. OO. This OO is a really powerful antidepressant. I'm not talking about pills, I'm not talking about supplements, I'm talking about double O. It is a real powerful antidepressant. It is really good for your mental health. Ravin, do you know what you want to know what is the double O?
Certainly, because I don't do well with suspense.
Okay.
I don't do well with suspense.
Okay. The double O is others and outdoor. Being with other people or being outdoors, that means in Mother Nature, whether it's in a park or in a forest or by the river or just a small patch of greenery, these two are really powerful antidepressants. It's these things are really good when it comes to charging yourself up. Yeah, besides food, other people, being with other people, playing songs, playing games, chatting, having a good laugh, watching, eating together. Oh, eating together, super, super powerful. The other one is being outdoors. Yes, we live in Klang Valley. It's very city, yeah. But if you can find a bit of greenery, yeah, and spend a bit of time, let's say once a week or after work, yeah, just like 5-10 minutes, yeah, powerful. That is powerful. Even better if you can combine the two, being with others outdoors, go camping, go hiking, go cycling, playing football. Oh, that is really good for your mental health. So if I were to leave this Sembang Santai, to end this Sembang Santai for today, I would say improve your mental health by being more in control of this, and also the double O, other people and outdoors.
All right, there you heard it, guys. So that's how you keep yourself intact in terms of mentally. So I hope you've gained some information of how you can actually maintain your mental health at a proper level. So thank you so much for joining, everyone. Do join us next week because we are still not done yet with Mr. Surin. We are going to ask more questions. So hopefully you
Uh,
guys can join us next week as well. So till
yep.
then, stay tuned, like us on Facebook, and once again, thank you so much for joining, and do join us next week as well. Thank you,
Yes.
guys.
Thank you very much, Ravin.
Thank you so much, Mr. Surin.
All right. Bye.